What is up, everybody? Welcome to See It, Save It, Skip It, our review show where we tell you whether you should see a new release, save it for rental or a streaming service, or skip it altogether. Today we're going to be talking about the new Pet Sematary, the new 2019 version of the Stephen King adaptation story. So let's get into it.
I definitely think that you should go see Pet Sematary. The 2019 version of this film is scary, it's deep, it really makes you think as you go through it. It's short and it really gets to the point, which is the best part about horror films. Some of them drag on, this one does not. The story continues to move forward, and that is easily the best part about it. I have not seen the original, I have not read the story as well by Stephen King, and so I don't have anything to base it off of. But as far as this movie goes, it's easily one of the best horror movies of the last few years.
I think you should see Pet Sematary in theaters. I think it's a very entertaining, scary, and just brutal horror film in a good way. And I just think it's very much worth going out to the theaters to watch, and I don't think you'll be disappointed, and I think you're gonna have a good time. Our first reason why you should see Pet Sematary in theaters is it's very unpredictable. Now, I'm coming from a standpoint where I've never seen the original. I've never read the book, so I'm just watching this with fresh eyes and watching it as a horror film.
As the story moves forward, you don't really know what's going to happen. It can go any way that these directions are pointing. I mean, there's things in this movie, and I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't want to spoil it, but you're thinking that one thing may happen and it goes to another. You don't expect that to happen, but they actually went there.
Watching it from that perspective, it is fresh, it is innovative in my opinion, it is very unpredictable, you don't see where it's going, and I really, really enjoyed that.
And they do a really good job, the directors, of kind of misleading you or, thinking that you're going to go one way, and then it does go that way, but then it takes a hard left or right as you get to a certain moment of that way. And in horror films, that's very important because you want to catch the audience off guard. You want to make sure they're thinking and not expecting what happens. And that is why this is one of the better movies of the last few years as far as horror goes, and a really, really good remake.
The second reason why you should see Pet Sematary is, man, it is brutal and they do not hold back.
Gore porn, per se, it came and it went. It's not very much a part of the horror aspect anymore. You get it every once in a while, but every once in a while it's used in the wrong way and it's used too much in your face.
There's certain moments in this movie, they kind of hint towards them in the trailer. The gore.
That's not the case with this movie. It's used in the right moments. It's used in the shock factor when you don't think it's going to happen, which plays into our number one reason why you should see this film.
Unnecessary gore is unnecessary. This movie, they use the gore in a way to where it's effective. It adds to the movie and complements the movie.
A lot of people may not like that, and I'm of one who doesn't like the gore. I'd rather much be scared through certain other things rather than the physical part of it. But it was used really good and really smart in this movie.
There is a certain moment in this movie where I jumped out of my seat and I could not handle what was going on screen. And I think that's a good thing for a horror film.
And that's a sign of a great horror film.
I can't remember a time I was so affected by some of the gore and brutality in this movie. And for me, it was a good thing in the movie. So that's another reason why I think you should see it.
My favorite reason why this film is as good as it is for me is because of its runtime. Now, it's running and it clocks in at like an hour and 40.
The third reason why you should see this movie is the runtime and the pacing. I think it was handled absolutely perfectly.
It kept the story moving forward. There was no lackluster moments. There was no moments of like, okay, why are you making it this long for no reason? Like, why is this scene in there? Why is this character saying that?
It doesn't bother with all this unnecessary screen time. Everything they're showing on you is relevant, and you're never really bored in the movie. It kind of gets right to it and gets to the point.
With this movie, you're never bored. You're always thinking. You're always wondering what's going to happen next. You're always on the edge of your seat.
And the ending is just precise. So I think the runtime and the way they handled the pacing is definitely a reason why you should see Pet Sematary.
It plays really well into the story and how it kind of ends with the big finale. Alright guys, well there you go. There's our See It, Save It, Skip It of Pet Sematary, the remake of the Stephen King novel of Past and the original movie from the 80s. It is, I mean, as you can tell, Jacob and I both think that you should go see this film for more than just those three reasons we mentioned. It's easily one of the best horror movies of the last few years. It really plays off of the writing of Stephen King very well, the original film, and kind of adds some new elements as well. The three main reasons, obviously, the runtime, the gore, and then the unpredictability of it all, and that is a sign of a great horror film. And so we definitely think that you should go see it. If you have seen it, let us know in the comments below what you think of it, as well as this review of Pet Sematary. Head to apocaflixmovies.com, this YouTube channel. As always, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And of course, iTunes is our new feed. We have something up there for you guys that is very special that we love doing, so check that out as well. Again, thank you for joining us on our See It, Save It, Skip It of Pet Sematary. We'll see you guys next time.